So after Thomas and the Magic Railroad gave a disappointing turnout at the box office, Britt Allcroft was removed from the creative side of Thomas the Tank Engine and Friends during the filming of the 6th season. Michelangelos narrated the UK episodes, while Alec Baldwin continued to narrate the American episodes. In fact, this was the last series that Alec Baldwin narrated for, which a lot of people like Miss Oliver Blossom would have been glad to know. Like Series 5, Series 6 was based on original ideas, so we got non-railway series related characters like Salty the Dockyard Diesel, Harvey the Crane Engine, Elizabeth the Vintage Lorry, who's a bit of a bitch, Cyril the Fogman, Mrs. Jenny of the Pack, Jack, Oliver, no, not that Oliver, Byron, Isabella, Kelly, Alfie, Max, Ned, Farmer McCall, and Alicia Botti. Jack and the Pack ended up getting their own DVD series called Jack and the Pack, I guess. Pretty crazy, pretty clever. And this series also had the return of Devious Diesel and Arian Burt, who were given a proper introduction in this series. And one nitpick I kind of have for this series is the fact that Arian Burt were toned down in this series. When they were first introduced in Series 5, they were quite dark and vicious and really wanted to scrabble steam engines like Stephanie. But in this series, they're just a bunch of mischievous jackasses who like to play tricks on steam engines. But nitpicking aside, this was another great series, I reckon. It had some great stories, great writing, the characters were really interesting, and A Bad Day for Harold was one of my favourite episodes because it was the first time we get to see Harold have an accident. Normally when you see Harold the helicopter, he's normally flying around and saving everyone. But this is the one episode where he actually gets to have an accident. And that is really rare. They also created another scary episode called Scare the Engine. And I thought the atmosphere of the smelter yards was really scary. Especially the music they made for it. And like I said, we had some good writers in, like Brian Truman from Wind in the Willows, who wrote Middle Engine and Twin Trouble. And those were two of the best stories in my opinion. Also, I can't get enough of the crashing Gordon Takes a Tumble. And no, I'm not going to say who does the music for this series. We all know who does the music, so it's pretty pointless to talk about it. But once again, they do a really great job with the music. And the one character I really don't like that much in this series is Elizabeth the Vintage Lorry. I just find her to be a bit of a bitch. I mean, she's always been rude to steam engines. She even takes the mick out of the Pack Controller's driving. Though I gotta admit that was kind of funny. And this series also had the return of the narrow gauge engines, minus Duke and Sir Handel once again. Don't know why. And the episode No Sleep for Cranky was another one of my favourite funny episodes. Because it was really funny to see Cranky just, well, being cranky. And Thomas and the Jet Engine was another great episode, because I can't get enough of the chase scene at the end. Especially the way Thomas greets Gordon.
Hi Gordon! Bye Gordon!
And one thing I noticed from Series 6 was that a lot of the episodes were based around winter. And the best one of all in my opinion was Jack Frost, because I thought it was really funny to see Percy looking like an icicle. And it's funny how James is all tough and not scared of Scary Jack Frost at first, but then when he sees Percy looking like Scary Jack Frost, he runs away like the wind. Now that's really hilarious, and I watched that over and over again. So overall, Series 6 isn't really one of the best series of Thomas the Tank Engine, but it's still enjoyable. If you're a Thomas fan, you'll definitely love it. So yeah, go check it out.